Hello, my dibble. Hey, TG. Who's not getting a heart from me while you have that avatar? Just saying. But yeah, so hope everybody's doing all right this Wednesday afternoon. I am not doing great. I don't know how long the live will be, but I wanted to make an attempt anyway. You know. So yeah, Dibble. As I was typing in the chat, packages did go out today, so your washcloths and your pendant are on their way finally. I was so pissed off yesterday. I mean, I'm yelling, and I know that you can hear me outside because I used to pull up in the driveway with music going, and I'd be able to hear John and Issa yelling at each other. So I know damn well the walls in this house are thin and that you can hear people yelling from outside. So I know the male person had to hear me. The front door is right next to my bedroom. You know what I mean? I'm yelling, hold on, I have to get in the wheelchair. I'll be right there. And it took me like a minute and a half to get in the wheelchair and get out there, and she was already next door. So I mean, she just knocked and walked. She or he, I don't know who delivered mail yesterday, but they were already in their little mail Jeep and next door at the mailbox by the time I got out there. It's bullshit. So today I made sure and I had my alarm set for 12:30 because the day before they showed up at 12:45. Hi, my Wendy. So I had my alarm set for 12:30 so that I'd make sure that I was up and out there in time. And at 12:25 is when they knocked, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And so today I was like, "Screw this," and I was out there by 12. And they showed up at 12:20. So, you know, it's very inconvenient for them not to come at a normal time. They're all over the place. At this rate, they keep decreasing how long it takes them to get here, and pretty soon we'll be getting our mail at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, "What the hell?" But I never know how long it's going to take. So, but the two packages I had going out did go out. So finally, yep. The baby ducks went back across the street. Baby ducks. Those gooses better get on the ball, man. They're slacking. For shame, for shame. Slacking. Yeah, TG, you're not an angel. Wendy's not an angel. Not after what she did to that vibrator, she's not. I'm working on it, Wendy. I'm working on it. Link is a character in Zelda. There we go. Hey, Darlene. Yeah, Darlene, I'm not sure how long I'll be here either. Yeah. My mom came yesterday because she had an appointment today. So she came yesterday instead of today, and they didn't have the 24 packs of water at the store, so she picked up a 28 pack, and she was having problems getting it out of her little bag lady cart that she's got. Hey, Wendy.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to help her, and I ended up straining my back. So my back, I slightly pulled a muscle, not too bad, but it's enough to be uncomfortable. Trying to help her get the water out of that damn thing. And yeah, so and I broke off another piece of tooth, so my mouth hurts. So I don't know how long I'll be doing live today. I'm kind of getting whammied all over the place. How are you, Wendy?
I was just about to ask how you are, but obviously you're in pain.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
Good. I'm glad. How's Toad?
He's sat outside of me actually. He's not gaming. He's doing okay.
God. Oh my God, is he okay?
Yeah, I'm completely fine. I'm waiting for updates.
Oh, okay. Whew.
If
You
the
had me
update-
worried there. I thought there was something like tragically wrong. He wasn't gaming.
Oh no, if the updates were already done, I would be gaming.
Okay.
So he's spending time with his Wendy Woo.
I'm forced to spend time with you.
Yeah, but Toad, you get to spend time with me too, so it's worth it, right? Right?
I've just hurt myself.
Well, you keep twatting me.
I've just punched him.
Well, Wendy, don't do that. Remember what happened when you pushed him? He bumped you and you went flying off the bed. Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
You'll end up going through a wall or something.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Darlene, that's good.
Hey, Darlene. I didn't say hi to you.
A little bit
I'm-
missed me. Yeah, I'm sorry I was sleeping. I've been trying to sleep off and on as much as I can. And it's just not working, but I was actually asleep when you went live with little Brit.
Yeah, she wanted to know where you was. I'm like, I don't know where Kodi is.
Yeah. If I don't pop on when you're live, I'm either already on a live, like talking with people, or I'm sleeping. So otherwise, if I see you go live, I always show up. So
Because she had to cope with just TG.
oh, poor girl.
I know.
The only one out of the three of you that's an angel, TG, is the little Brit.
And even then, TG, she's not an angel.
My little Brit is too an angel compared to the rest of you.
No, she's bloody not.
But she's a redhead, so she's, a little wicked too.
I'm a natural redhead.
She's so cute. No, she wanted to know where you was and why she hadn't seen you for a while, Kodi.
Sorry.
Kodi's busy.
Yeah, I was busy trying to sleep.
I'm like, she'll see you. I don't like it when that little girl gets mad.
Mhm.
She's scary.
Yeah, see, when redheaded girls are wicked, but redheaded boys, they just turn into assholes. I don't know.
Oh, is that why Jack's an asshole?
Yeah,
Say a lot.
you should have said it was good to be around me, Jack. It's all fair and good now.
I know I'm an asshole.
Seriously thinking about shaving my hair off again,
Yeah.
For my hair.
I think that Marty used to work for the post office in another life.
Marty, my angel girl.
That's right, TG. I'm an asshole. Damn right I am. Yeah, I have a mailing envelope that's sitting on one of my towers, my drawer towers. And for some reason, Marty is very drawn to that mailing envelope. She keeps sitting on it and laying down on it. So I'm pretty sure she used to work for the postal service because she's a dick to mail envelopes, man. Man. I don't know what used to be in it. It's all on the floor where I can't see it because she had to lay down on the the unopened end, so it smushed everything towards the open end and it all fell out.
Oh, bless her.
Whatever it was is all over my floor on the other side of the tower and I can't see it.
And how's Simmy?
Simi's awesome. She's a very good girl.
Good. Good.
Although my mother keeps calling her Cindy. I'm like, why would I name a dog Cindy? I'm not that big of a fan of the Brady Bunch. What are you talking about? So I was trying to tell her, I'm like, Simi, S as in Sam, I. And she goes, Fimi? I'm like, oh my God, no. I finally had to write it down. And she goes, oh, that's right. She says Swifter instead of Swiffer. And I'm like, Mom, there's no T in that word. She goes, what do you mean? I'm like, you say Swifter. She goes, yeah, my Swifter. I'm like, no, it's a Swiffer. She goes, that's what I said. I'm like, no, you didn't. And she goes, "Oh, well, that's what I call it." I'm like, "Okay, then."
Oh, bless her.
Now, mind you, this is my mother who had me doing the extra workbooks when I was a kid so that I would be a spelling and grammar Nazi when I grew up. She's now like blowing the whole thing off like it's no big deal. I'm like, no, you created that monster. You get to deal with it.
She's allowed.
That's what I told her when I was 13. I was at camp and I actually had a red pen with me and I corrected one of her letters and sent it back to her.
Yeah.
And she misspelled a whole bunch of things. She told me if I ever did that again, she wouldn't put any money in my canteen, so I would get no snacks. So I was like, "You're the one that made me that way." Your dad said Camray. Yeah, my dad probably would have too. My father mispronounced all kinds of things, but I wasn't correcting him because he was a dick. My father was a serious asshole. He probably would have backhanded me if I had tried to correct him. So yeah, I just let my dad wallow in his ignorance.
Well, I'm not staying on long because I've got to go to Jack's mum's, but
Right now,
in about half an hour, yeah.
in half an hour,
In half an hour, yeah. In half an hour.
half an hour.
Half an hour.
Well,
Yeah.
all right then.
Gotta go, go. I'll be back though.
Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome.
She didn't say arf. She said af.
I
Half an
said,
hour.
I said,
Half an hour. Bye, Darlene. Thank you.
bye, darling.
And I hope your dad continues to make progress. Get him the hell out of there, make him all better. All better.
Yeah.
Yeah, af. AFF. Half an hour.
Half an hour.
I was watching Cinema Sins, which, do you know what Cinema Sins is?
No.
All right, well, it's a YouTube channel and they do different things. Like they do music videos, they have music sins, they have cinema sins, which is movies, they have TV sins. And so with cinema sins I was watching, and what they do is they pick apart movies and they sin things that don't make sense or that are stupid in the movie. Like the very first thing is like 67 seconds of logos, and it'll go ding, and there's a sin counter at the top, and I'll put a one, you know. And
Right.
I think I've
so
seen
during one of these, and I forget which movie it was. It might have been one of the Star Wars movies because I'm currently watching the cinema sins on all the Star Wars movies. But it was they used the word speciality, and see in the US we say specialty, and you guys would say speciality.
Speciality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
So the sin was for the British people putting an extra an extra, you know, freaking thing in there because it's I'm like, wait, wouldn't they have come up with the word first? So that's actually the way you're supposed to say it, you know, because words originated not in America.
Mm.
Most words did not originate in America because people in America are from all other countries except for, the indigenous people. So, um, and they said, I also am giving them a sim for the way they say aluminum. And they went ding, like,
Oh, that doesn't really.
because you guys say aluminium
Aluminum.
It's aluminium.
Yeah.
and we say aluminum.
It's aluminium.
It was just funny then just talking about pronouncing words and spelling and stuff reminded me of that. Cinema Sins is really funny because they do point out some really stupid things that happen in movies. And there's also Cinema Wins though, which is a different guy, but he'll do the same movies as Cinema Sins, but he'll tell you everything that's really good about them and give it a win instead of a sin. And it's kind of cool. I like it. I started watching that because I kept hearing ding, ding, ding coming out of my son's room, and I'm like, what in the hell are you doing in there? You know, like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm watching Cinema Sins. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And yes.
That's bullshit. It was a cum counter.
No, he does that in the bathroom. Thank God. Where everything can be hosed off.
See, Jack's turning it rude, Cody. Keep Cody's chat clean.
Fuck off.
Clean, boy, clean. We're practicing making baby. Never mind.
Okay then. Well, you're not supposed to be practicing that while you're on my live, so stop that.
We're not practicing while we're on live, but we was practicing. Oh, dear.
Wow, this is the lowest amount of people I've ever had in here. 15 minutes in, I've only got 3 people.
Oh, wow.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
I usually have more people than that. I mean, Cajun's auction's going on.
YouTube's
Yeah.
bro.
Bullet Buddies is on. Oh. Tia's Hemlock Lady Mercantile is on. She's not usually on today. That would explain it because Susanna and looks like Rhonda's in there. And Bonnie, maybe? I don't know. From the little picture on my subscription list, she's doing a chat and sell. So maybe that's where everybody is.
Yeah, clean is boring, TG.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to be an angel though, TG.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
It's not a scratchy post. Leave it alone.
It's working.
Yeah, Bunny Boo. Looks like she's over there. Yeah. I'm actually, my mouth is killing me, so I probably won't be on too much longer anyway. And my back hurts with me trying to stay sitting upright. I have no back support, so when I have a pulled muscle or strained, I don't think it's really pulled. I think it's more like strained because my mom was taking a lot of the weight from the water, but at one point she got stuck and I had to go underneath the case of water and pull it up. And
Oh.
I was extended a little too far in the wheelchair because my mom's bag lady cart was in the way. But yep, tongue ring. Wendy's got her tongue pierced. I used to have mine pierced.
I've had it done since I don't know, 16, I think. I think I was about 16.
Yeah, I got mine pierced when I was 40, 45, something like that. It was my birthday present to myself. And then I had it in for over a year and I had to take it out because I had to go to court for John. I had to talk to the judge. And I felt that it would be very disrespectful to be talking to him with, metal flashing in my mouth. So I took it out and did my thing. I was in court for like 3 hours and got home, went to put it back in, and I couldn't get it back in. The hole had closed up after being open for a year. I'm like, fuck.
Wow.
So for my next birthday, I got it re-pierced, and but I kept hitting it on my broken teeth, and I'm like, okay, this is just not really smart having a piece of metal in my mouth when my teeth are broken. So I just took it out, gave up on it.
Your tongue piercing don't hurt.
It hurt.
No, it doesn't.
It hurt.
It doesn't.
Well, it hurt me.
Well, it didn't me.
That's like saying getting your nipples pierced doesn't hurt. The fuck it doesn't.
I have not got my nipples pierced.
I do.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt. Doesn't hurt anymore, but it hurt when it happened. Oh, it hurt like a motherfucker. I'm surprised actually the cops didn't show up at my apartment thinking somebody was murdered. I was yelling so loud.
My ears were more painful than my tongue. It doesn't hurt. TG, she didn't have her nipples pierced either.
You should go do it, TG. Well, see, it depends because the first 2 holes that I got with my ears were done with the little gun thing, and they kind of hurt. And then the second hole was done with a needle. My neighbor did it, and then the cartilage was the gun again because the people at Walmart, when I was working doing loss prevention, the jewelry people were going to be able to start piercing the cartilage. So they had to practice. So they kept trying to recruit all the people that worked there to practice with. So I let them pierce the cartilage on my ears. Now the right side worked fine, but the left side did not, and that one I had to let close up because it got infected, and I had to do all that shit with it, and I let that
Yeah.
one close up. So I have 3 holes on my right ear, and I have 1 hole on my left ear.
I had
So
my cartilage done.
so if I do put earrings in, I definitely even look like a pirate because I've only got the one hole on one side and 3 on the other, you know.
I had my belly button done, my cartilage done, and my ears done. At bottom twice.
Yeah, Debbie, with the second hole on the right ear, my neighbor did it with a needle and a potato.
Old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and that hurt like hell. And oh my God, my mom freaked out because my mom, it took me until I was 14 to even convince her to let me get my ears pierced. And so then when I decided I wanted the second one, she was like, now, it's nice girls don't have more than 1 hole in their ears. And I'm like, have you met me? And so it was funny because the day after my neighbor pierced it, my mom woke me up early and she's like, come on, we need to go shopping for school clothes. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to cover it up with my hair and keep that ear covered. It was so funny. I'm like, oh my God. And about I had tried on a shirt and she's like, come on, let me see it. So I came out of the dressing room and she went to adjust the collar and she moved my hair out of the way and she's like, what's that in the middle of the store? And I'm like, oh God, here we go. She threw a complete fit and I'm just like, oh. The funny thing is though, she's yelling about me having a second piercing in my ear. And there were like 5 or 6 other females, both adult and, teenagers in the area. And all of them had multiple piercings in their ear. So here's my mother saying, nice girls don't have multiple piercings. And every single person turned around and looked at my mother like, really? I'm like, oh, yeah. So, but she let me keep it.
I have a serious question to ask you.
42.
What?
42. It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything. What's your question?
Did you have your nipples professionally done, or did somebody else do them?
No, John did them.
Oh my God. Are you crazy?
Have you met me?
Yeah, well, you're out of your mind.
Well, yeah.
It's like me letting Toad pierce my nipples.
Yeah, but John did all his own piercings, so he knew how to do it. And he did use a piercing needle. It wasn't like it was a sewing needle or anything. It was an actual piercing needle. So
yeah, because you can buy them, can't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Kodi is crazy.
But that shit hurt like a mother. Whew. What's really messed up is that he did the first one. I'm screaming my head off, and I still let him do the other one.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll tell you, you feel that all the way down to your spine. Okay, that's some serious nerve pain right there.
Uh-uh.
It was worse though when they got infected.
They got infected?
Yeah, I had something with the left side of my body. I don't know, but I had to take the left one out and leave it out. The right one, I was able to get healed up and it was fine. So now I just have the right one. The right one is still open. I don't have the piercing in it right now because I had to take all of my piercings out when I was in the hospital. And I just never got around to putting them back in because I had done that when I went in for the heart and everything and the fluid retention. I had to take all the piercings out, and then I put them all back in when I was done. And then a few months later, bam, I'm in there for my foot, and I had to have all kinds of scans done again. So I had to take them all out again, and I'm just like, screw this, and so I just left them out. But yeah, the right nipple, the hole is still open. I can put the piercing back in there if I want.
You're crazy.
Yep.
Nope. Nope.
But if anybody, I mean, when they got infected, the only thing I can compare it to is like women who breastfeed and their nipples get really chafed from the baby feeding constantly, and they get really sore, and you don't even want fabric touching you because breathing causes pain. That's what it was like. And I was at work and I could not take it anymore because I was doing a straightening at Kmart. And so I'm folding things and hanging things up. And I finally had to tell her I have to go home. And the guy was like, the supervisor for the night was male instead of the woman that we usually had. And he's like, we can't unlock the doors. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go sit over there and not move. And he goes, rah, 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 rah. He starts bitching. I was like, look, dude, my nipples are infected. Do I really need to show you this? And he was like, oh my God, I'll let you go. He's like, hold on, I'll get the key. And he let me leave.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it took a few days for that to clear up.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, not exactly something I wanted to tell the supervisor, but if he's going to be a dick about it and just
Just
then
come
bam,
out.
in your face, asshole. Here, this is the problem.
Nipples are infected.
Yep.
That's funny.
Hey, at least it wasn't my clit. That would have been fun explaining to him. Yeah, nope.
That'd be painful being pierced as well.
Well, they're not supposed to pierce your actual clit. They're supposed to pierce the hood over it.
Yeah.
But I've heard some people get their actual clit pierced, and it can interfere with sensation and feeling. And I'm like, oh hell no, nobody's making that go numb on me. Nope. You stay away from that area. Yeah, TG, we're not. That's not something you want to tell somebody. Yeah.
TG, you're naughty.
She is naughty.
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 It almost sounds like a donkey with a cold. Naughty. Naughty.
Naughty.
Sorry.
You taking Mickey out of me, Kodi.
I am totally taking the Mickey out of you.
Yeah.
What's Mickey doing in you anyway? I thought his name was Jack.
I changed it to Mickey.
Oh, wow. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blew my mind. Hey, Mickey.
He did something last night and I just went, rawr. He was doing something last night and he said something to me and I went, rawr. He was sat there crying at me and I'm like, what? It's like, that was just random. What are you doing?
Hey, sometimes random is fun.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I used to do random things with John all the time.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that in detail, but yeah, I used to do just randomly do things with John all the time.
I don't want to hear about swinging from chandeliers and swirly twirly things and tortured enough by you, Kodi. Come on.
Well, I've never had a chandelier.
Oh no.
Although that could be interesting. No trapezes either.
I love my animals, but Jesus crikey, they do my head in.
Yeah, I know that feeling sometimes. Currently, they're all sleeping, but yeah.
My dog's just jumped up on bed and like missed. She's old. She's old. Okay.
She's a flea.
She's an old lady.
She's not an old lady. She's a flea.
She's 14-year-old, man. She might need some steps to get on bed.
I need
Hey.
steps to get on my bed, but I can't walk up them. So it wouldn't do me any good. Oh, my face hurts.
My nose is itchy. I need to do some more garden stuff this weekend.
Still haven't got that hole big enough to throw Toad in yet, huh?
No,
Stop using it. Get a bigger shovel.
I haven't bought any gnomes neither. Held off until the garden's perfect, and then I'm going to buy some gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have their own little gnome village. Telling you.
I want to see pictures of that when you do it.
You want my gnome village?
Yep.
We're going to have like a rockery at bottom of garden, and we're going to put some little boards and that in it, and it's going to be so cute. And Emily wants a fairy garden.
I love fairy gardens. Fairy gardens are awesome. Are you going to do it in like a planter?
Yeah, because if it rains, and yeah, it's probably not a wise idea because we always get rain.
Fairy gardens are adorable, and you can do so many different things with them, you know?
And she wants to have her own fairy garden.
Yeah, I mean, you're limited only by your own imagination, so I think they're adorable. I mean, you can go to, you know, very, very simple to extravagant.
Yeah.
Really detailed. Like, I also like the fact that if you have any broken pots, like terracotta pots and things like that, you can make a fairy garden out of the pieces. I actually can show you a picture if it will pull up. My stupid tabs aren't working here. Come on.
TG, I know I'm British and that's why we get bad weather. It's okay though. We just live with it, TG. It's okay. We pretend it's sunny when it's piling it down raining. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if I can. Not what I was looking at. It's not what I was. Come on. Why is it? I tried. Oh, I know what I did. I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on.
I might stick Toad in garden.
There we go. I know. I'm just going to share it. See, at one point, I had a lot of broken terracotta pots, and if I had thought of this at the time, I would have been very happy.
Aww.
But I did not. So, look at this. Come on. Come on. Look at that.
Oh my goodness, that's so pretty.
Isn't that cute? And it's all made with broken pieces of terracotta pottery, terracotta planters.
I need that in my life.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And it's a good way to repurpose, so you're not wasting the pieces of broken pot. Broken pot, yeah. Terracotta pots. But I mean, you could do something like that, or you could do something as extensive as using a wash tub. I think this is an old wash tub. Not really sure, but I don't really like that one anyway. Hold on. I'll find a cute one.
That was awesome, weren't it, TG? I liked that.
Yeah, that one was cool.
It was.
And this one is in an old bird bath. It's got a lot of stuff. This has been a very busy fairy, let me tell you. They've been collecting a lot of stuff here. And this is actually in an old bird bath. You can see the stand from it.
Wow.
It's got a little house and a bridge and a little gate and swing and Yeah. That's a very busy fairy right there.
That's awesome.
So I mean, there are so many things you can do under the term fairy garden, you know.
Oh no, Debbie, that's not good. Where'd it go?
And then you could do them just on the ground itself. This is cute. This is just like under some plants in the garden itself. Kind of sneaking in your little fairy garden underneath, you know.
Hmm.
But you can see the plants and everything around it. Isn't it cute?
Oh,
Mm.
I might forget the gnomes. I might just do a fairy garden. They're cuter, aren't
And
they?
what's funny is it says bee bath instead of bird bath because it's so tiny. It's for bees. Isn't that
Mm,
cute? And it's like a little. This is more like a little fairy village because there's more than one house. But
that's so
isn't it
cute.
cute?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so many different things you can do.
What did you say, Todd? Jack,
Hmm?
were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Why? What were you saying?
You're ready.
Do you want me to get ready?
Yeah. If you're coming down to the room, yeah.
I am coming to your mum's with you.
All right, I'm going to show you this last one. This was done obviously at a nursery, but this is also how extreme you can get with this. So you ready? I'll show you. This thing is massive.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Now,
Oh,
granted, it's done at a nursery. You can see all the plants around, you know, on the pallets and everything. But yeah, somebody had fun setting that sucker up. They even got a little stream going on, and yeah,
uh, mm, that's
that's
awesome.
yeah, that's taking it to the extreme. That's getting a little carried away, but you know,
Well,
uh,
bottom at garden, because it is bottom at garden. She wants it all down there, so I'm gonna let her do her own thing.
yeah.
If it messes up, it messes up. She,
Well, I mean, you can't really mess it up.
just let her do her own thing, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just make sure that whatever she puts out there will sustain itself in the weather.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, don't put out like a swing made of sugar cubes or anything because it's one rain and it's not going to be there anymore.
Yeah.
And
Could
like,
it?
if she makes anything like with the like with pieces of wood or toothpicks or popsicle sticks, your icy pop sticks or something, if she makes little chairs or tables or anything, make sure you coat them with like a deck coating, like a weatherizing coating, so it will
Hmm.
protect it in the rain. You kitty cat.
Right, Cody. I'm gonna have to leave because Toad's getting impatient.
Okay.
Waiting on you.
Toads are so impatient. I love you, Wendy. Tell my little Brit I said I love her too.
I will do. Bye.
Bye,
Love you all.
Toad.
Cody says bye, Toad.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Uh, so yeah, fairy gardens can be fun. They add a little bit of whimsy to your garden. And they make fairies happy because, you might be able to put little fake fairies in there, but what you don't know is the real fairies use them too. The little ones do anyway. The big ones can't fit, but oh, I love Wendy too. My back hurts. Everything hurts. Hey, Harry. How are you? Poor Harry, all in isolation and everything. Or quarantined, I guess you are, right? I can't even imagine being at a tropical location somewhere that's supposed to be a vacation and getting stuck like that. That sucks. I feel bad for you. Yeah, I believe it. I'm in pain. I'm kind of going nuts too, but not as bad as you. Although I've been in isolation for a couple of years now, so but yeah, I that's gonna especially when you pay for a vacation and then you get stuck in the room. That's gonna I mean, that like sucks on an epic level. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Yeah, yeah, getting the videos is a good thing, but still, I honestly, I'd rather do without the videos and let you enjoy your vacation. You know what I mean? Or both videos and a vacation. But damn. Hey, Anna. I mean, I haven't gone on vacation since I was a kid. Well, technically, that's not true. Before I got married, my future husband and I came down to, went down to Florida and then stopped in South Carolina to visit family. And then went back up to Massachusetts. So technically, I guess that was a vacation. Um, but oh well, that's nice. 5 free days is a good thing. 500 hours off of airfare. Nice. Yeah, right. I'd be like, ah, everybody get away from me. Well, I mean, how would the quarantine even work? If you weren't off quarantine, how are you gonna get to, airport and all of that? I mean, you'd have to go near people, right? So that kind of doesn't make sense. But yeah, I'd be wanting to walk around and enjoy the scenery and everything too. I, my heart hurts for you, Harry. Seriously, it does. That just sucks. I am glad that they're gonna, help you out with another vacation and all, but TG, I saw what you did there. Don't push your luck. Mm. I mean, I don't know anything about the area you're in except that it's a British overseas territory, and I had to look that up for Victoria because she was like, "Are you in the United States?" No. I knew you weren't, but I didn't know exactly where it was located, so I looked that up for Victoria because she was asking about like cold meds or something that could help with your symptoms. But I mean, I'll assume it's like a resort because that's Turks and Caicos. Yeah, Caicos. That's so funny. Hooked on phonics. It works for Victoria. Oh yeah. Well, good. I hope you don't. Well, I hope you don't have to get retested. And even if you do, I hope that you pass the testing. Um, Yeah. See me, I'd be screwed because even with a discount on airfare, I still wouldn't be able to go. If I saved up, I mean, my brain can't even conceive of how long it would take me to save to go on any kind of vacation right now. You know, to have to save that for a vacation and then not being able to enjoy my vacation would both depress me and piss me right the fuck off. I'd be like, "Grr." So yeah, in order to get back, uh, mm, I just don't. I haven't had money for stuff like that in a very, very, very long time. The only reason I had the money to go to Florida and South Carolina when I was in Massachusetts is because my father died and I inherited a little bit of money from him. So I used part of that to go visit my mom and my daughter, and then we visited Michael's parents, and then we visited my friend Rose and brought her dog. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you don't feel sick. That's a good thing. Mm, yeah. Still, I wish you'd been able to enjoy your vacation. I mean, I'm sure the people that are able to go on holiday, you know, a couple of times a year or every year or whatever, that it would have been no big deal. But for people that have to, save up and wait and coordinate and okay, we can finally go it's on vacation, and if something like that happens, it's kind of like what the fuck. Yeah, TG, supposedly they were here too until Coachella. And the White House had some kind of party, and all of a sudden everybody's like bam infected. So yeah. I don't know. I just stay in my house and nobody comes near me. I'm good. I don't go anywhere. Nobody comes here. It's all good. The only one that comes here is my mom. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to go on vacation every year. We'd go because I went to camp every summer, and then the last 2 weeks of the summer was our vacation time, and we'd go camping, and we'd go to all those little um, amusement parks. Like we went to Santa Land, and I don't know. The only one I remember is Santa Land because it was very cool going to Santa Land, and you're like at the North Pole in the middle of at the end of August. It was kind of cool. Yeah, TG, I know your government was having parties while everybody was locked down. Yeah, I heard about that. Um, and but yeah, we would go to all these places. We go to the campgrounds in New Hampshire and Vermont, and go to all these little amusement park things that are around in the areas. Um, no, we were in the White Mountains mostly, New Hampshire and Vermont. Um, my parents camping. For my parents, camping was a camper. When I was at camp, we either were in a cabin or we had tents. For the when we did overnights or whatever. I was only at one away camp. We were in a cabin, and that away camp sucked. The only way my parents got me to go is they told me there were horses there. And that's Yeah, New England is beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. I'll tell you, being in the White Mountains though, with that away camp that I didn't want to go to, um, they had us go hiking for a weekend in the White Mountains, and the counselors got us lost on the second day. We were lost because we got up there to the first campsite on a Friday afternoon, and when we got up, the trail guide had told us that the trail we were going to be going on, because of the rain the previous 3 days, it was like knee deep in mud. So he didn't recommend us going. So my counselors decided, oh well, we'll just take this route right here, this path right here. Yeah, it wasn't a path; it was a runoff stream from the rains coming down the mountain. You know, and I knew that. The counselors who were so experienced did not. I'm like, oh, we're so screwed. So we're going up the side of the mountain, and trees are falling because the rain has washed out underneath all the trees. The roots are loose. One girl fell in between two tree roots, and we had to. I, she was too big for everybody else. I had to pull her out. It's just we were lost for 2 days in the White Mountains with the counselors going, "Oh, we're fine," until they heard water, and they were like, "I hear water," and went running. And I looked at the girl next to me. I'm like, "Yeah, but we're not lost." And then they didn't know how to. I'm like, "Look, it's a stream. Streams lead to the river. We're supposed to be crossing the river at some point. Everything is going downhill. So, since the parking lot is at the bottom of the mountain, don't you think it would be a good idea if we were walking down the mountain?" Why a 13-year-old had to tell the adults this, I don't know. But they weren't going to listen. They were still going to go do off whatever they wanted. I was like, you know what? I'm going this way. I'm like, you guys can do whatever the heck you want, but I'm done with this freaking circus right now. I was like, I'm going that way. Yeah, it would have been a good video. And I started following the stream, and the counselors were freaking out because I was gonna get lost, right? I'm like, you guys are already lost. How can I get more lost? I was like, at least I'll have water if I'm lost because I'm following the stream. Stream led to the river, which then led to a spot where there was a path that you cross, which I crossed, and we were on our way. And the next day, boom, voila, what did we see? The parking lot. I'm like, oh, gee, look at that. You're welcome. But the second 4 weeks of the camp, because I was always stuck at camp for 8 weeks, the second 4 weeks of the camp was supposed to be a canoe trip. I'm like, how fucking lost can they get on a river in canoes, right? So I was psyched for the canoe trip. The weekend comes, and the counselors in training all took the canoes for their CIT training canoe trip. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And they were like, you're going hiking. I'm like, no, I'm not. I am absolutely not going to those mountains with these people again. No. And they packed my stuff, and they started packing food into my backpack. And I was like, nope, you're going to be carrying that backpack and my fat ass because I'm not going. And finally, I was just like, you know what? Okay, well, you guys didn't pack my sunscreen. I am a redhead. I'll need that. So I'm going to go back to the cabin and get it. I went down to the cabin, grabbed some change because I'm one of those smart girls and I keep change with me always, even at camp. And I went and I made a phone call because, yes, payphones, they took a dime back then. And I called my mom. I'm like, get me the hell out of here. Come and get me. So she called the camp at 7:30 in the morning, woke up the guy in charge of the camp. And after he said something stupid regarding me, and she flipped out at him, and then he said something stupid regarding my mother, to which I almost punched him out. Um, they came to an agreement where I didn't have to go on the hike, and my parents came and got me. Yeah. I was like, no, yes, this traumatized me. I couldn't even go hiking after that. No, even though I was the only one that seemed to know what the hell they were doing. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't get that. I'm like, you guys are supposed to be experienced counselors that have done this trip before. What if there's no path? You don't know what you're doing? That's not experience. That's I can follow a path. This is not reassuring if anything happens while we're out. So I lost all confidence in them, and I was like, no. So that was the last time I ever went hiking too. I just couldn't do it. I was like, nope. because a 13-year-old should not have to be in charge of 12 teenage girls and 3 adult counselors. Mm-mm. Nope. No, thank you. It would have been a good video though. But back then, they didn't even have video cameras unless there was a movie camera, and there wasn't no way I was hauling one of those around. It was nice scenery though. I mean, I like being out in the woods. That was the thing, is I really did like being out in the woods, and I knew about the woods, so that's why, I didn't have a problem with it. Everybody else started panicking, even the counselors, and I was just sitting there going, "Oh my god, you guys are stupid. Just go downhill." I'm like, why is this logic eluding you? I'm like, follow the river. So yeah. And then the last campsite that we were at, we did actually find a campsite, like a designated campsite. Um, it wasn't the one we were supposed to be at though, so the counselors weren't going to let us make a fire. It gets chilly up in the mountains, even in August. You know, this was June. It was July, but it still gets cold up in the mountains. So I was like, "You're serious? We have to use little sterno things instead of actually having a fire? What are you, crazy? We're not supposed to be at this campsite." I'm like, "You can explain it to them afterwards. Tell them you got us lost. I want a damn fire. I built a fire anyway." And I was like, "There's no way I'm freezing because you guys are stupid." I'm like, "That's ridiculous. It goes against all safety rules." And they're like, "Well, we can get fined." I'm like, "Then take the fine. You're the one that got us lost. Bye, Harry. Don't bounce too hard. That's all you need, bruises." So yeah, I mean, if you have the ability to make fire and stay warm, then you should do that instead of suffering from the bad effects of being too cold. You know, and and just because we're not designated to be at that campsite doesn't mean that we can't still have safe fires. I mean, that's what the fire ring is for. There's, a fire pit. That's what it's for. Yeah. That, and they were only going to let us eat oatmeal. I was like, no, I'm not eating oatmeal. Mm-mm. So I built the damn fire and ate what I wanted. At this point, I don't even remember what it was that we ate, but I know it wasn't fucking oatmeal. Oatmeal is so gross. But when it comes to survivalist stuff, apparently at 13 I was a hell of a lot better at it than the experienced adults. I was like, "You're the people that have us at the wrong campsite because you got us lost. So you know what? You could take whatever fine that they give you for being at the wrong campsite." And then there was the girl that thought there was a bear in the woods. It turned out it was a raccoon. That was funny. Um, she's come screaming back into camp. "There's a bear! There's a bear!" I was like, "Give me the flashlight." And I go back out there, and there's just little raccoon just sitting there, like, "What's going on?" It was funny. Yeah. And yes, I figured it was safe because if there had been a bear, her screaming would have scared it off, definitely. Just about scared me off. I was ready to go hiking through the darkness just to get away from that girl. Oh, she was so annoying. And not only that, but the next group of girls that I was gonna get stuck in the mountains with were a bunch of douchebags. They were serious bitch. Ugh. They were from a very rich town in Massachusetts. They all knew each other, so they were already all clicky, and they stole my shit. So when they were off getting ready to go on this camping thing, I went into all their stuff and I took back my stuff because I had brought a bunch of my sterling with me because I was a sterling girl. My sterling silver went with me everywhere, and I didn't expect anybody at camp to steal it. You know what I mean? So I had to go through all of their stuff and take back my shit. I did not take any of their stuff. I only took my own stuff, but yeah. But the rich bitches stole the little poor girl's jewelry. That makes sense, right? Douchebags. Those were the girls I hope got lost in the White Mountains. But even lost, it was beautiful there. We got to eat lunch in the middle of a swamp, and a big, ugly, weird-looking bug landed on a friend of mine's head, to which I had a hard time trying to tell her there was something on her head because I don't know what the hell that thing was, but it was huge and it was purple and green. And I had never seen a bug like that before in my life. I was like, there's a pterodactyl bug on your head, girl. You might want to get that off of there. The black flies tried to eat us alive, but the mountains themselves were beautiful. If it wasn't for the girls bitching and the counselors thinking they were being quiet, whispering about being lost, it would have been an enjoyable trip. So, but it's been an hour, and I think I am gonna end this and go lay down. If you got links you want to drop, go ahead and drop them. Let's see who we got live. We got Return of Cajun Roots Resellers live with his Hump Day auction. Arito Jewels by Lydia. She's doing her auction. Nia doing a chat and sell. So a few different options for you to cruise around at. I hope everybody has a really good Wednesday. Sorry today was so short. Just between my mouth hurting and my back screaming at me, I'm very uncomfortable right now. So I gotta lay down. Hopefully I'll be able to get some sleep. I don't know with the tooth thing. TG, you just couldn't not do it, could you? All right, well, just because TG apparently was missing it. There you go, girl. There. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. I will talk to you around the tube if I'm up and around, and if I'm able to sit up long enough to chat. Have a great one. Bye, everybody.